So hi and welcome back to another video. Today I'm showing you all a day in my life at the University of Manchester. So as every morning begins, I like to start my day with a cup of coffee, and if you know me, you know very well that I am a huge fan of coffee. So I spend a lot of time making that perfect cup. And today is a Friday, so I've got a really busy day, but again, it is a happy day because it's the last day of the week. So today I've got 4 lectures coming up, and then I need to cover up on my work as well. So here we go. As I get my nice cup of espresso, I'll put some hot water in it, and I'll head to my room right now to watch the launch of the new Mercedes F1 car, which was supposed to be at 9 a.m. in the morning. There we go. I was ready to go to college, and I think it was about 9 in the morning. My first lecture was scheduled to be at 10 a.m. So I left at about 9:45. I'd leave about 15 minutes earlier to get the time. And the weather, as you can see in this, looks quite nice, but believe me, it wasn't, because of a storm in the UK. And there we go. This was my first lecture, Properties of Matter, and today was just a Q&A session, so we solved a couple of questions. My next lecture was at the engineering building, and as you can see, the weather was not so good, and it was a long walk from my previous lecture destination as well, and you can see how huge the building is. So the next lecture was vibrations and waves, and it was quite an interesting lecture because I enjoy doing the questions related to it, and the lecturer is quite good as well.
With our example of the mass m on the string of string constant k, but we've added a constant factor e. And of course,
After the lecture, we had a 1 hour lunch break, so I grabbed a quick lunch from the cafe in the engineering building itself. And again, the next lecture was in the same lecture theatre as before. This lecture was electricity and magnetism, and I think this was my favorite, the most favorite lecture of the day, because the lecturer is so really interested in the field of study, and he is actually keen to help us like the subject of electricity and magnetism, which is, as you might know, not quite popular. At the start of every lecture, he did this quiz on Kahoot where every student took part, and he did a quick recap through this of the previous lecture, and it's quite a fun and interactive activity. The next lecture was math, but I could not get it on film because the weather was bad. It was raining so much. But this is after the maths lecture finished. I was heading home now from the university. This, as you can see, is the main building of the university, but to be honest, no lectures happen over there. So, yeah, I was heading towards my home to get some work done. And as you can see, this is the path that I walk on every day from to and fro to the university. It is not quite long. It takes me only about 10 to 12 minutes to get from university and back, and to be honest, it's quite conveniently located because all the supermarkets are quite close to my house as well. As I reached home, I decided that I should get to studying as fast as possible before the mood goes away. So I made myself another cup of coffee and I sat down to do my tutorial worksheets, as I told in one of the videos that I have to do about 4 sheets per week. I had planned to go to a movie with one of my friends in the evening, so I had to get my sheets done before that. I think the movie we went to see was A 10 on a 9.
Trains and broken chains. I called you every afternoon. Forrest Gump and the hurricane trails, though we never followed through. Do you have 100 words for me? 'Cause I have only 3, and you couldn't even sing for me, and I keep on writing these songs.
So yeah, here I was for my final task of the day, to get out of the hustle bustle of university.
A lover's home